Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. If you're watching us live, perhaps you're watching the recording, welcome. We have the lovely Sandy Biltoft joining us today, and we are going to talk about her weight loss and detox journey. So I thought she's just started this recently, and I thought this would be an interesting interview, and hopefully it will give you a bit of motivation, some inspiration. If you are thinking about, embarking on your own lifestyle changes to improve your health, to lose weight, then this might actually motivate you. So welcome, Sandy. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Katie.
Okay, great. So do you want to share with the viewers a bit about the program that you're on?
Yeah, it's a detoxification for the liver, and you're basically eating for your blood group.
Okay.
So the first thing is that you have to find out what blood group you are, and then it's a set program of eating basically 30% protein, 40% carbs, and 30% fats. So each meal you have to have those three together.
Okay.
Basically, they say once you rise of a morning, if you don't eat within the hour, the body goes into starvation mode. So that's what a lot of people tend to do, is not eat straight up. They'll drink coffee and all those sorts of things. So the biggest meal for the day needs to be breakfast. So it's basically saying that our body shapes, a lot of times it's like a triangle. So we're like this and our body shape's like that. And that's because we have a small breakfast, a bigger lunch, and a huge tea.
Okay, that's
so
interesting.
If we turn the triangle this way and have a really big breakfast, bigger lunch, and a very small tea. So it's eating in blocks. So basically, you've got to work out what blocks. So your biggest has to be for the morning. So I have to have 3 blocks. So this is just to give you a guide, like 3 blocks for breakfast. So therefore I'd have, like I use my sizzle lean for my protein, and then it's just all raw vegetables. So you've got your broccoli and your kale and your celery, all the greens are really high, spinach, all those sorts of things are very, very alkaline. So basically we're turning the body back into alkaline instead of acidic. And by doing that, basically you will not get disease. And I mean, I even find myself, I do love pasta, I do love pizza. I'm a bit naughty, but now I'm really good. But that does get into your joints. You do notice a difference, because since this is my 3rd week, I've just finished week 3, notice a huge difference with all my joints. I haven't got any pain, not one bit. I mean, I've always had sizzle ripped, which has helped me so much for my hairdressing, because I get a lot of sore hands, fingers, back and neck ache really bad. But even better, I've noticed since I've changed my diet.
Wow.
So sorry, I've got off track there. So
no, it's okay. It's really, I'm glad that you mentioned it, because we can take great supplements, and this just goes to show. But if your eating's off track, then that is really the most important part too, is that making sure that you're eating healthy foods. And you've just proven it in 3 weeks time by switching from a lot of like carby junk food to having all these vegetables and greens and alkalizing stuff. Then you can already say that your joints feel better. That's amazing. That's fantastic.
Yeah, like I always used to love doing a lot of jogging, but I couldn't because my knees from hairdressing.
Right.
But I could go and have a jog, no problem.
Now, after 3 weeks of being on your program, wow.
Yeah, just walking downstairs and everything, I used to struggle a little bit with that, but not a problem. Like I just feel so much better. And like they say, we might drive a car that's got, you put petrol in it, or do you go and put diesel in it, which is what we're doing to our bodies all the time. Like there's so much acidic food, so much processed, everything is just, people have cereals and fruits, and fruits are still quite acidic. So you've got to be careful how much fruit you have.
Yeah.
So the main thing is putting a lot of vegetables in it. And, like things like Himalayan salt, it's very high in alkaline. So, that's really important to get your salt intake as well, 7 grams a day, they say. So yeah, it's just making a big difference by doing that, and then getting your fats, whether that's through avocado, your seeds, chia seeds, flax seeds, pumpkin seeds, coconut oil, olive oil. So I've got to have 3 blocks each morning. So I've got to have, two scoops of my sizzling, and then it's probably about 3 cups of greens. And
Wow, 3.
Yeah, and then
do you just like cook them, lightly steam them, or?
No, I just do it all up in my little NutriBullet.
Okay,
and just drink it.
Yep.
Yeah, I find that the easiest. You can cook, but then you're losing a little bit of nutrients once you start to cook. And
sure.
For me, working, it's just too hard to cook first thing in the morning. And but you can cook, your vegetables at night if you wanted to do that. But again, I just come home and blitz them. I just find it much easier to just drink it down.
Wow. And so it's a 6-month program, you were saying?
Yeah, I'm actually 6 month. They actually what they did was put us on a machine, and it tests how much fat's in your body and what your weight should be for your height and all those sorts of things, and how much water you're carrying in your body. Mm-hmm. So for me, I had 5 litres of water in my body, mm-hmm. and Paul had 15 litres, which is huge. So he has to lose 20 kilos and I had to lose 1.8, because, I'm not heavy anyway. Like, I was only 53 kilos and then I needed to be 51.8, and I did that in the first week. So
you've already lost 2 kilos?
I've lost 2 kilos already. So.
Oh, wow. And so Paul, your husband, he's been doing the same program, and how many kilos has he lost?
He's lost 9.
9 kilos?
9 kilos.
Wow, that's incredible.
Tomorrow's weigh-in. So I did myself this morning. I've only lost 0.10. So, like, I'm not losing any now because and I don't need to. But you can definitely see I've always wanted to get rid of this muffin top I've had. And I'm not big, I know, but when you are small and you've got that muffin top and you just exercise, do all sorts of things, can't get rid of it. But just by cutting out all your junk food, basically, and breads and all that, and no coffee, always love to have cappuccino and all that. I haven't had one for 3.5 weeks now.
Ooh.
So it'll be 4 weeks on Tuesday. And, it hasn't bothered me. Like, I've had to catch up with a few people to go for coffee, and I drank water. And then last time I had a herbal tea. So you're allowed herbal tea. So, yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. And so for everyone watching, they might be interested to know, like, what motivated you to do this? Like, how did you go from, just eating normally and then jumping into this program?
Just went to listen to a guy talk on how important the liver is in the body and how much fat starts to store in the liver. And basically, we know from all our knowledge that everything you put on your body absorbs into the bloodstream in, within a minute to 2 minutes, and stores in the kidney and liver. So basically, we've always used, Tom's products for, I think it must be 16 years now. Mm-hmm. So, for that isn't a problem, but yet in the foods it still is storing in the liver. Mm-hmm. And the fat is sitting in there. So it was just a real wake-up call to think, yes, like, we're doing everything right with the outside of our bodies, but we're not putting the right nutrition in, really. Like, we think we eat quite well, but when you start looking at what you're eating and bringing up the alkaline foods and the acidic foods, you just can't believe how much you swing into acidic instead of alkaline.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So that was a real wake-up. And, Paul has been trying to lose weight for probably 3 months, and eats salads but drinks heaps of coffee and doesn't have breakfast. So now he's swung all that round. He's having his big juice for breakfast and not drinking the coffee. And so that's just really changed it. And, like, he'll come home and want to have a lot to eat for tea. So now he's just having his drink. Mm-hmm. But down the track, you can go back to more regular eating. I'm just finding it easy just to do the juicing at the moment, until we get, until the weight loss happens.
And
Yeah.
so really the selection of foods and cutting out coffee and all of this, the main primary focus in this program by the sounds of it, and this is where there's, lots of variations in different programs people can do, but it's really focused on the cleansing the liver and doing things to actually support your liver. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah. And so that's really, it actually really helps to get rid of the fat out of the cells. And I mean, with the age pill, all that helps as well. So that's probably why just changing the food now that Paul's noticed a lot of weight loss, because, I mean, he does all the age pill and everything and the H2 stick. But with that incorporated, it's really starting with the food, really starting to accelerate and happen. And I mean, in the talk they say, some of the symptoms of toxic overload, fatigue, gas, excess body weight, cellulite, poor memory, depression, allergies, frequent illness, ear infections, colds, flu, irritability, the list goes on, and you start thinking, well, yeah, I probably have got some of those symptoms. And you start thinking, to start with, when we started, the first couple of days just went into full-on detox and, had really sore throat and body aches and pains. And same with Paul, once we worked through that, you just come out the other end just feeling so much better for it. So, yeah.
Wow.
And you've got to really increase your water intake. So Paul he's supposed to drink at least 5 litres a day. He's not doing that. He finds it hard in the truck. And I drink 3 litres a day. So I've been going close to the 3 litres. So just keep the body hydrated all the time and trying to just sip on water all day just to hydrate the body. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big part of it for weight loss.
It helps flush out the toxins as well. And to start with, like I say, the initial will be water loss, but the fat takes a lot longer. So that's why you have to really stick to the program for a lot longer, for the 6 months, to get the weight off. The fat off. Otherwise, you'll do it. People will do it for 4 weeks and go, oh, right, I've lost, 9 kilos and that'll be it. But it's not enough. You have to keep going to get the fat loss.
Yeah. I guess it's different, like what you said. You don't actually have that much to lose, but your husband has got a lot more to lose than you.
Yeah, so he'll keep losing and I'll probably sit where I am, but still will probably lose a little bit more fat around the tummy area, which is great, which is what I'd like to do.
Yeah. Because it sounds like a really lean diet too,
Yeah. I can have chicken, so to eat to your blood group, like I'm A positive, so I can't have any red meat. And quite often I notice, Paul and I were real steak and veggie eaters, and because Paul loves his steak. So he's O positive and he can have red meat, but I'm A positive and I can't have red meat. So quite often I'd have that, and then the next morning I'd wake up and I'd have diarrhea, and I'd think, I wonder what gave me that. Was it the pumpkin or what? So, definitely it is good to have a look at your blood group and see what you really should eat. For your blood group, it does make a difference. And to do the detox, they say every 4 to 6 years we really should do a detox, just to clean out everything, keep everything. You keep your liver working. Basically, if you keep all the fat out of the liver, you won't get any form of disease at all. So, and plus if we've got our sizzle on top of it, it's just it really helps it work even twice as good.
Definitely. And so what are you going to do when you get invited out to dinner with your friends?
Yeah, well, I've been to the coffee club and I had the orange and avocado salad with grilled chicken on top. So that's fine. And, Mother's Day tomorrow, my son said, what do you want to do? I said, I don't want to go for breakfast, but I'll go and have Thai. So, I can have, I have the garlic and pepper prawn stir fry. So that's fine. Can have that. So out of the 7 days, they say, on the 7th day you can sort of steer off a little bit if you have to. But I try not to, so I'll just do one meal on the 7th day where I'll go and have a stir fry or something just to keep you happy and keep you going. Because you do sometimes think, oh, gee, I'd love some pasta, and then I just start reading all the notes that he gave me and think, no, you can't do that. Like, you're trying to look after your body. You only get one body. You don't want disease and you want to live for as long as you can. So stay on track.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
And so what was you getting back to the motivation point? What was the turning point? Was it the test results that came back that you guys said, "Wow, we've got to do something about this"?
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because for me, I didn't think I would be carrying any water in my body. And then when he said 5 litres, I just thought, 5 litres, my goodness. So there was a few of us that went and had the test. I think it's called an in-body test that you can have.
Okay.
And they, put a machine on the body and see, what your height should be what your weight should be for your height and fat and, a few other things it tests for. So,
well, yeah. And we were talking before, and when I was speaking to you, I think it was last week, you're on your way to buy your vegetables. You were saying you were going to get organic. So you've started eating organic. Have you always eaten organic, or is it just now?
I go on and off a little bit with organic. So you tend to go and then you start thinking to yourself how expensive it is, and then you go, oh, I'll just get ordinary. But really, once you cut out your alcohol and your coffee and all those sorts of things, it's no more expensive, and it's more important to eat those sorts of foods that haven't been sprayed with pesticides. I mean, you can do it in the organic cleanse and all that, but it's not really pulling it out properly because it does get right in. Whereas at least if you're doing that, you know that you aren't putting all those chemicals back into the body.
Yeah. So you were saying to me too that you're still soaking them in the organic cleanse as well?
Yeah. Yeah, I still always put it in the organic cleanse and the Terminator. Yeah.
So, I mean, the organic cleanse is good for somebody who can't afford to buy organic. It's something you probably want to be using to reduce that toxic load on your body.
Yeah. And I mean, you can't always get everything from the organic shop, like things like raspberries or strawberries, things like that I notice aren't there. So then, you tend to think, well, you need a little bit of fruit. So then I've always soaked it in organic cleanse and Terminator anyway. So, and you can see the difference, like how much it pulls out. It's just amazing.
Yeah, because it's quite incredible, because you're talking about doing a liver detox. I mean, if you're not removing them from the food, then they're going straight into your body. Your liver will do it for you. Yeah, so either remove the toxins or leave them on and let your liver do it. Yeah. And obviously it's a much better option to get them off.
Yeah.
And, go on.
Yeah. So, but just for your joints, like if you make your body more alkaline, and years ago I bought some little testers that you can get from, I think I get them from the health food shop, and you just put them on your tongue and you can test in the morning how acidic your body is. Mm-hmm. And I have done that quite a few times previous, and it's always been very acidic. But since I've been doing it, and it's right in the neutral, which is great. That's where, I mean, you can't turn your body alkaline, which we know that. But if it's in the neutral, that's really, really good.
Fantastic.
So, but yeah, joint-wise, big difference. Anybody that's getting aches and pains in your joints and everything, really think about what you're eating. You really need to turn it around. And, I mean, I'd been to heaps and heaps of seminars over the years with Philip Day speaking, and he says all that. And especially people tend to turn to that when they get cancer, trying to get more alkaline foods. Well, we need to do it before we get any form of disease. And you'll notice a big difference, like I say, with your joints. It's incredible, and your energy and everything. So
and prevention's more important than cure. And so
absolutely.
So that's great. And so once you've finished your program, how do you think you'll go? Like, do you think you'll go back to eating the way you used to, or you'll continue on?
Yeah, I'll try to continue on. Mm-hmm. I've always juiced in the morning anyway, so I'll definitely continue with that. Like you can have sushi for lunch, which is quite good. So, I tend to just have a juice for breakfast and then have some sushi for lunch and then juice again for tea. But probably go back to more just, lightly cooked vegetables and, not eating as much meat because that's very acidic. So, I'll definitely try to stay on track. So we'll see how we go. Yeah.
That's fantastic. I'm really happy for both of you, and I'm really pleased that you feel a lot better. And it's definitely sounds like it's improving the quality of your life. So it's not really just about weight loss; it's about improving the quality of your life, improving your health, and the side effect is yes, you're going to lose weight and get into shape.
Yeah, yeah.
Fantastic.
And I mean, if you can do the exercise with it, it will even help even more. So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So,
great.
But we'll do some photos.
Before and afters.
Yeah.
Kurt said he's got a before of Paul.
Kurt's got a before of Paul.
Yeah, he sent it to you when you guys were on holiday.
Oh, yes, yeah. Yeah, I've got one of Kurt too.
Yeah. So yeah, that'll be good.
Yes. Yeah, but definitely Paul. I mean, the before and afters will be huge with him. No, you won't notice any difference with me probably, but yeah.
Well, you can normally, you can notice 2 or 3 kilos. It's not huge, but you can notice it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fantastic. Yeah. Well, I'm really happy for you, and I really appreciate you getting on and sharing this. And hopefully if you're watching, you got some value out of that, and it might motivate you to take some action and make some changes to improve your life and stay healthy and well. So anyway, thanks everyone, and we'll leave it there. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Okay. Bye.